Well, we have all heard of global warming, and most people on YouTube probably don't believe in it at all. I don't know what the general population believes, but I'd say most people on YouTube don't believe in global warming at all. And back in 2007, they said, this is a picture from August 2012, they said back in 2007, within 5 years, by 2013, all the Arctic ice flows would be gone. They'd be disappeared, and they'd be nothing but ocean waters, and we'd be flooded out in coastal cities in 5 years, right? Now, I know the reason behind a lot of this stuff because it's like, in the absence of war, the New World Order says, in the absence of war, what would people sacrifice for the most? Well, how about the environment? So we can tax them with, carbon taxes, and people will give up because they have to save the planet. Well, here we're talking about global warming, and here's 2012. And 2013, look at the ice flow. It grew substantially. It grew like, I don't know, thousands and thousands and thousands of square miles. Many, hundreds of thousands of square miles. And now it's actually the Northwest Passage north of Canada, all through here, is impassable. Like if you look back here in 2012, this was passable and it had all this great expanse of blue water here. I know it's cold, but it was blue. And you can drive your ship through there, sail it through there. And now it's forget about it. You can't get through the Northwest Passage because it's all blocked by ice. So what's going on? Is it we have a false alarm about global warming? Well, maybe global warming is partly true because who knows? Maybe there's something such as greenhouse gases, but there's a lot more going on that's influencing the earth that's much more significant than what man can actually do, or mankind can actually do to the earth. And it looks like there's other factors going on. One is, looks like the sun itself. This is this picture of the sun in July 2013. And you look at this big dark spot up here. A major part of the sun is actually, this was taken by NASA, by the way, by some spacecraft. It wasn't taken from Earth. And actually a big part of the sun looks like it went dim. I don't know what the hell's going on. I ain't going to worry about it because there ain't a damn thing I could do about it anyway. And if it ever blew up, I wouldn't know what happened. So it wouldn't matter, right? But it's just interesting to note that the sun looks like it's getting dimmer. And maybe that's why we got a bunch more ice. Putting it in the most complicated scientific manner I could possibly can. The sun got dimmer, so it got cooler. We got more ice. How's that? Does that make sense for a complicated scientific theory? Maybe that's what's going on. But I wanted to point something else out that's not known that much, is that a lot of people think, there are some, even scientists will say this to the average people, the sun is actually a whole bunch of nuclear explosions going on and it's all hotter even on the inside. That may not be true. Now, nobody knows because nobody went up there and took a look at it. And if they did, they'd be fried, right? But what some theorize is that actually the sun is hollow and it's some kind of energy that's coming out of it and nobody understands. It's not a nuclear explosion because it's like there's nothing burning in space. It's just pure energy. But it looks like the energy went down. So we went from this much ice and all this water to this much ice. And so maybe, I don't know, since I'm down in Florida, I ain't got to worry about ice too much for a long time. But anyway, if you're up there in Chicago or New Hampshire or something, who knows. But anyway, what I think, though, is this. We got to combat this ice flow. And the only way to do that is with global warming and pumping up the greenhouse gas effect. So what I say is, I think the global elite should bring down the price of gasoline to about 25 cents a gallon, and it'll give us brand new 1955 Chevy convertibles that we could drive around in that pollute like crazy because they got no emissions controls on them. And you can figure out, the only thing you got to do is put some spark plugs in them and stuff and everything like that. Or how about free gas, And we can just drive around and drive around and drive around till all the ice flows are melted back to where they were in 2012. Because it looks like we got a major problem coming up here. And the only way to do it is to get rid of all this new technology with these new cars that don't pollute. We got to get the old technology out, like a nice 55 Chevy convertible. And the elite can give it to us free. Our color choice. If you're a girl, you want a pink one with a white trim. Maybe I want a blue one because I'm a boy. And I want to drive it around and pollute the hell out of the earth, get a lot of global warming going, and melt those ice flows back. So it might be a lot of fun to drive around with the top down. So that would be my solution to fight the ice flows, because we got to do something about it. And I think the elite should pay for it, especially like Bill Gates, because versus vaccinations, he can give us 55 Chevys with free gasoline. So anyway, that's my idea to combat and save the earth. So anyway, drive around a 55 Chevy, go old tech, and have a lot of fun. And the girls are having fun driving down Route 40 in Ohio.